and I will be explaining the popular literature, which is the popular literature war Catch 22 by Joseph Heller. Catch 22 by Joseph Heller is a satirical novel set during World War II. It follows the life of Captain Yosarin, a U.S. Army Air Corps bombardier, as he tried to survive the absurdity of war. The novel explored the concept of a Catch 22, a no-win situation where soldiers who are deemed insane can be grounded. But if they request to be grounded, they are considered sane and must continue flying. The story critiques bureaucracy, the madness of war, and the paradoxes of military life, making it a powerful and darkly humorous commentary of human conditions. So the students shall be share thoughts and ideas about the selections. So, Absurdity of War and Bureaucracy, Catch 22, present a scathing critique of the absurdities of war and the bureaucratic system that sustain it. Students can share their thoughts on how Heller uses satire to highlight the illogical and dehumanizing aspect of war. They could discuss the central paradox of Catch 22, where soldiers are trapped in an impossible situation. They must keep flying dangerous mission to survive. Yet, if they try to avoid flying dangerous mission to survive, yet if they try to avoid flying the mission because they are considered insane but cannot be excused from duty because they are deemed sane enough to understand the danger. Character exploration. Student will examine Yosarin and other characters like Danica, Major, and Colonel Cart and explore how they cope with the chaos around them. They should discuss the use of dark humor in the portrayal of these characters, who embody the absurdity of war and the difficulty of maintaining personal integrity such as an environment. So that thematical discussion, students can explore the novel's recurring themes such as the fragility of human sanity in wartime, the randomness of life and death, the failure of bureaucratic system, and the idea of individual versus collective survival. They might reflect on how these themes resonate with broader human experiences beyond the setting of war, especially in the context of modern day system and institutions. So, fourth, we have to relate to the moral lessons or messages gained from the selections. So, paradox of bureaucracy and power. One of the core message in Catch 22 in paradoxical relationship between the individual and the system. Student can reflect on how the Catch 22 concept serve as a metaphor for real life situation where individuals face contradictory rules and expectations. They could consider how such paradoxes exist in their own lives in current societal system, such like, for example, the workplace, government, and also the education. So the absurdity of war, Heller's portrayal of the absurdity of war invites students to consider the senselessness of violence and conflict. This can lead to broader discussions about the morality of war and how individuals often lose their humanity in the pursuit of abstract ideas like patriotism, duty, and honor. Students can reflect on how the novel's themes challenge traditional views on war and power, and whether such as critique reasons with contemporary political and social issues. And last but not the least, the exhibit appreciation of literature aesthetic. First, we have the writing style and the satire. Heller uses a non-linear narrative, dark humor, and absurdist situation is a significant aspect of Catch 22's literary merit. Students can analyze how Heller's unique writing style, such as his use of reputations and absurdist humor, contribute to the tone and meaning of the novel. They can discuss how Heller subverts traditional storytelling techniques and creating a narrative that reflects the chaos and confusions of the wartime experience. Next, we have the characterization and symbolism. Student can explore how Heller uses character name such as Major and Doc Danica as the symbol of the futility and absurdity of military life. Analyzing this character through a literary lens helps students appreciate Heller's skills in creating complex figures that represent broader social issues beyond the individual story, and also the impact of structures and form. The novel's unconventional structures, where events are not told in a straightforward linear fashion, helps communicate the chaos and disorientation experienced by soldiers. So students can appreciate how this fragment from mirrors the lack of coherence in the lives of those caught up in the horror of war, as well as how Heller uses their form of heighten the satirical and critical nature of the narrative. So the conclusions of this video. These objectives encourage students to engage deeply with both texts, not only by understanding the plot and character, but also by connecting the moral lessons of each story to broader social issues. By discussing the novel's themes, character, and stylistic elements, students are expected to develop critical thinking skill, empathetic understanding, and a deeper appreciation for the aesthetic of literature. Through this approach, they gain insight into how literature can reflect and critique real-world issues such as justice, morality in the outside, and the absurdity and tragedy of the war in Catch 22. And that's all. Thank you for watching.